So recently I uploaded a video of movies that I wanted to see come out on 4K. I'll link the video in an annotation somewhere up there. If you want to check that video out, go ahead. But I left out a movie on there because I initially had it on my list, but then took it off the list because, to my surprise, earlier this year, it got announced for a 4K release. In case you couldn't tell by the thumbnail or the title of the video, I am talking about the 2006 remake of Poseidon. Well, 2006 remake of the movie The Poseidon Adventure, but this one's just called Poseidon. Now, I know this movie didn't really do that well when it first came out in 2006. It wasn't that well received critically, and it even didn't do that well financially at the box office, but I remember seeing this with my dad when it actually came out on TV for the first time, and we both really liked it. I've honestly enjoyed the movie ever since. Does the movie have its problems? Yeah, it absolutely has its problems. It's nowhere near better or on the level of the original movie, The Poseidon Adventure, which, yes, I do acknowledge that is the better one, and yes, I do acknowledge that I'm hoping that movie comes out to 4K soon. But we'll talk about that one later. In the end, I do enjoy this movie, despite it not being as good as the original Poseidon Adventure. I still enjoy this overall, despite its problems. So I was excited when I heard that this was getting a 4K release. So I want to unbox it, take a look at it, and then possibly do a follow-up video talking about the 4K and go a little more in detail with this release. But let's open this up and take a look at what's inside. So I literally spent a couple minutes just trying to peel the top plastic part off when I completely forgot about this. Arrow Video has a plastic little seam right here that you just kind of pull, and it takes, it like rips the plastic apart in half, so you don't have to do something like that. Whoops, I forgot about that. But anyway, here's the release. Let's take a look at it a little bit closer up. That is a pretty cool slipcover. I like the new artwork. I do like that boutique labels do new artwork when it comes to their releases, though I do like the original artwork. I do really like this new one. The spine just says Poseidon right there. Here is the back. You can go ahead and pause it if you want to take a look at all those special features on there and everything that's there. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty basic release. I wasn't expecting like a hard outer box for the remake of Poseidon, but we take the slipcover off and it's the same on the inside. Same artwork there. Same info on the back. I do know that this has a reversible case, but let's open up the inside and go there first. And of course, with Arrow releases, we get a flyer. This is Want More Arrow Video. That's like a subscription thing. You can, to become a member of Arrow Video, you can sign up for that. And then on the back of it, we get a sneak preview of what's coming next with Arrow Video, which, if you've been keeping up with it, you probably know, but just in case, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning. We're getting the remake and this movie on 4K, which I'm really excited about. I don't know financially if I'd be able to afford it when it comes out. I might have to wait a few weeks, but nevertheless, I do plan on getting those because I'm really excited for that. Okay, open up the inside after that. We just have just a 4K disc and a booklet and just a regular 4K case. Let's take a look at the booklet. Okay, so I just skimmed over the booklet here, and what this is, it's a small little paper booklet that has like cast and crew listing. There's Kurt Russell right there. And then there's a picture right there. And then there's like a making of description, short little like narrative description of the making of the movie by Priscilla Page. So I'm not gonna read the whole thing, and I'm not gonna hold up the pages and let you guys read it, but because it's a decent, looks like it's a decent chunk. There's some nice images for the movie, and then we get what we normally get with Arrow about the presentation, production credits about this release, and special thanks and stuff like that. So that's a nice little booklet. Nothing crazy, but you know, I like little touches like this, even if it's just a tiny little booklet. It's a nice little touch. So on the opposite side, we tend to get these with Arrow Video releases for the most part. I think there's some that don't have this, but we do get a version of the cover with the original poster art right there. That is pretty cool. They tend to highlight that whenever they do that. And yeah, I like the original poster art. It's pretty cool. I don't know which one I'm going to keep. I think I'm just going to keep this one for right now. And, you know, eventually I'll make a decision, but for the purposes of the review or the unboxing, I am just going to keep it like that. So this is just a pretty standard release. It's very similar to the Friday the 13th remake 4K release that I did a handful of months ago, and the same that's probably with the other Friday the 13th movies that they did. But you know, sometimes a simple release like this is pretty effective. We do get a lot more special features, which is pretty cool. However, I will say with the special features, there is something I'm actually pretty disappointed about. It's something that it's like the opportunity was right there and it wasn't taken. But let me go over the special features, some of the new special features, and then we'll talk about that. So for the limited edition contents, it is a 4K presentation, and I did read the specifications. It is a 2K digital intermediate brought up to 4K. So it's not going to look as good as like a native 4K resolution where they scan the film reel in 4K. But as we've learned from boutique labels, they could take 2K digital intermediates and make them look pretty good in 4K. So I'm hoping that's the case here with Dolby Vision and HDR compatible. The original DTS 5.1 surround audio option. So if you were hoping for a Dolby Atmos track or a 7.1 track, you're not going to get that. You're just going to get the original 5.1 DTS track. For the new special features, we have something called Ocean View, a brand new interview with director of photography, John Seal? Not sure how to pronounce that. Big sets for big-time directors, a brand new interview with production designer William Sandel. Surfing the VFX wave, a brand new interview with visual effects supervisor Boyd Shermis. Bringing Out the Dead, a brand new interview with makeup and effect on-set supervisor, Michael Deek. Set a Course for Adventure, a brand new retrospective of the film. Set a Course for Adventure, a brand new retrospective on the film by Heath Holland. And then the rest of the special features looks like it's all stuff that was ported over from the previous Blu-ray release. So you do get some stuff some pretty good special features I thought were on the old Blu-ray release, but you do get some nice new interviews and a brand new featurette of the making on the film. So overall, special features wise, I think this is pretty good for Arrow's release. They did go to the effort to give us new special features. However, and I will check the special features out when I go to watch the movie, when I do an eventual 4K review of it, so look forward to that. However, I do want to talk about something that is honestly very disappointing for me. If you know some of the behind-the-scenes stories of this movie, you'll know that this was a kind of troubled production. Some things didn't go very smoothly. Some of the actors didn't like some of the challenges they had to do with this movie. It was a very technically driven movie. And one of the biggest things that was talked about was that there were a lot of deleted scenes with this movie, and some deleted scenes you can even see in the trailer for this movie. And unfortunately, none of those deleted scenes made it to the previous Blu-ray. There was even talk of a extended cut of this movie, because this movie is 98 minutes long with credits. It's a kind of short movie compared to the original Poseidon Adventure, which is... I think the original Poseidon Adventure was a little over 2 hours long. Okay, I looked it up. It was like an hour and 55 minutes long, something like that. So it's a little longer. So the original scenes that were cut out from the deleted scenes was supposed to add more character development, a couple more scenes of intense action, and what's the word I'm looking for? Claustrophobia, because this is a very claustrophobic movie. But there were supposed to be more scenes of more intensity, more character development, like I said. And I was really hoping that Arrow Video would have taken the time. I know the director, Wolfgang Peterson, has passed away now, but I really hope they would have gotten some sort of permission from Warner Brothers or from Wolfgang Peterson's estate to put together a extended cut of the movie, an unrated cut of the movie, whatever you wanted to call it. Because some of those deleted scenes that I've heard about and read about, they do sound like they would have made the film a little bit better, at the very least a little bit better. And like I said, there's some audio clips and a couple small little scenes here and there from the trailer that you can tell were deleted from the movie. They're not in this movie. Hell, Arrow Video's trailer for this 4K release uses parts from that trailer that has the deleted scenes and audio in it. And I'm not gonna lie, I saw that and I'm like, oh, please tell me that they put deleted scenes or God forbid, an extended cut of the movie. But no, there's no deleted scenes on here. There's no extended cut. This is the theatrical cut that was released in theaters, which for me is not bad. It's whatever, but God, I feel like that was such a missed opportunity for us to get an extended cut of this movie that probably would have breathed new life for this movie. It feels like it's something that, like I said, was right there. I feel like the opportunity was there, and it wasn't quite taken. Granted, maybe Warner Brothers didn't allow Arrow Video to do that. Maybe they did try to get permission from Warner Brothers or Wolfgang Petersen's estate to try to do that, and maybe they just didn't allow it for whatever reason. I don't know, but I do feel like it was a little bit of a missed opportunity to not get, at the very least, some of those deleted scenes on here. We got the deleted scenes for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which was very talked about for a long time. I feel like we could have gotten something like this, but it's just my opinion. How this release is, it's pretty cool. Like I said, it's a basic release, but I wasn't expecting a hard outer box with like hours of new special features or a nice thick booklet, something we would have gotten with the Conan Chronicles sets. I'm happy with just a slipcover version with a bunch of new special features, a nice booklet about the making of the movie, reversible artwork. I'm overall very happy with this release. Now, how the film is going to look on 4K, that's a different video. I'm excited to check it out, and I'm excited to bring you guys that video. So yeah, let me know if you guys picked this up in the comment section below, and are you excited to watch it? Are you a fan of the movie? Whatever your thoughts on it, let me know in the comment section. And here's to hoping, if that release does pretty good, here's to hoping we get the original movie on 4K, because I dropped it. Because while this movie does look pretty good on Blu-ray, I would like to see a new 4K transfer for this movie, but with this being a 20th Century Fox movie and Disney owning the rights to it, who knows if we'll get it. I know Sony is doing catalog titles for 20th Century Fox, but I don't know how high of a demand this movie is to get a 4K release, but maybe we'll get lucky. And here's to hoping we get a 4K release for the 2005 remake of the Poseidon Adventure, the miniseries as it's called. I'm kidding. Don't bother with this one, because I really don't know anyone that likes this movie. I'm only holding on to it because I like the Poseidon Adventure story. There are a couple parts in here that I like, but yeah, this is pretty bad, so don't waste your time with that one. Anyway, guys, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you picked up Poseidon. If you wanted to, let me know, again, your thoughts and opinions on it in the comment section below. And just like always, guys, thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and share it. Subscribe right here if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, take care.